It's really a shame to see people you thought were cool turn into sheep.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid. You're better than that.
I like Kool-Aid.
Yeah, but don't drink this Kool-Aid.
The head of the CDC says that suicides and drug overdoses have surpassed the death rate for corona, but according to them, it's fine. Nothing to see here, folks. Things are getting censored left and right, and because it says fact check on it, it must be true, right?
Oh, don't you worry about that.
Anyways, Reese Witherspoon was totally snubbed in the Emmy nominations yesterday. Seth Rogen came after Israel, and Tiffany Haddish says that she's scared to have a black baby because black people are being hunted in this country. It's been a few minutes since we've had an episode like this. Juice level, 5 oranges, baby. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics. Reese Witherspoon Defense Squad, let's ride.
Vogue, Cosmo, I got issues.
Reese Witherspoon got completely snubbed in the Emmy nominations yesterday, and I'd like to use this platform to demand an apology from the Television Academy.
Maybe you should have shown a woman a little respect.
Jimmy Kimmel's presenting the Emmys September 20th on ABC, and Apple TV's The Morning Show got 8 nominations, including for Reese's co-star Jennifer Aniston. And if you still have not watched this, by the way, I'm not saying this as a suggestion, it is a demand. Watch this show.
What do you have for a social obligation that I'm not emotionally equipped to be at?
HBO's Big Little Lies and Hulu's Little Fires Everywhere each got 5 nominations, including for co-stars Nicole Kidman for Big Little Lies and Kerry Washington for Fires. But Reese got nada for any of her performances. Zip, zilch, nada.
We can definitely have fun. We just have to take your bone structure into account.
Watchmen received a leading 26 nominations yesterday, but the silver lining is that Reese also serves as an executive producer on all of her shows, so she will get some recognition there. But if Miss Little Reese Witherspoon tries to downplay this atrocity and say that she isn't the greatest actress of all time, this will be me.
Yes, you are!
Seth Rogen just did a podcast promoting his new movie, An American Pickle, which focuses on Jewish life in the US, and he completely trashed Israel.
Well, I've never heard you say the word yarmulke till today.
Excuse me, I say yarmulke all the time.
You don't.
Like, hey, where's my yarmulke, babe?
Babe,
have you seen my yarmulke?
You don't have a yarmulke.
I have a whole, it's in my Jewish drawer.
He said that as a Jewish person, he was fed a huge amount of lies about Israel his entire life, that Israel makes no sense and it's stolen land and tons more. Then he claimed on Twitter that it was all a joke.
This has been the worst, most backwards day of my life.
Well, if he was joking, it sure didn't sound like it. And if he wasn't, let me just give you a couple facts to clear up any confusion. Israel is the only nation that operates as a democracy in the Middle East. Israel wasn't just given to the Jews, it was a decision made by the United Nations. Palestinians can still live in Israel and have complete and equal rights, unlike Gaza, where Israeli Jews aren't even allowed to enter. Without Israel's free markets and desire to remain innovative, our lives would be worse off. We have Israel to thank for products like Waze, anti-collision technology, medical equipment that saves lives, and much more. By the way, to Seth or any other Hollywood hypocrites who would like to see Israel destroyed, how do you feel about Palestinian gays fleeing to Israel in fear for their lives because it's illegal and punishable by death to be LGBT in their homeland? Comedian and actress Tiffany Haddish says racism is making her afraid to have children and that she would hate to give birth to someone that looks like her, knowing that they're going to be hunted or killed.
I need to correct you on that point.
Black people are not being hunted down, at least not by police. By other black people, yes. These are lies, and black people have equal opportunities like everyone else in this country.
Is it true?
Yes, I know you hear things like, despite only making up 13% of the US population, African Americans are 2.5 times more likely than white Americans to be killed by the police.
What does that mean?
It means that blacks make up 53% of known homicide offenders in the US and commit about 60% of robberies, even though they are 13% of the population, according to the Wall Street Journal. When you control for crime rates, that disparity vanishes.
Sensational. That's the word you're looking for.
A cop is 18.5 times more likely to be killed by a black male than an unarmed black male is to be killed by a police officer.
Got him!
So Tiffany, have those babies, girl. I call this parenting without the propaganda every single day.
Oh, that's so funny. You know, I'm gonna pretend that you didn't just say that so we can still be friends.
And one of my predictions for how life will be post-COVID came true. Universal Pictures and AMC Theaters signed a historic deal that will allow the studio's films to premiere on premium video on demand within 3 weeks of their theatrical debuts. Basically, this is gonna change the way that we watch new movies forever. Movie theaters will probably go away for the most part, and I am very emotional and hungry.
I can't stop eating.
If you ever can't watch POPlitics, listen to us. Subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and more. Go leave us a 5-star review right now. It is practically instant, takes no time at all, and that helps us reach more people, and I love you forever. If you like the juice and the facts on facts this episode, please double tap that heart, leave us a comment on what you thought, and share this to your stories, please. We're back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics. Please subscribe, thumbs up, share this video, and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss the conservatee. And make sure you're following this show at POPlitics on Instagram for even more CUTEservative content. Click below to watch yesterday's episode.